Hello guys, this is Michael MGF, and today I'm going to be doing another LEGO Star Wars review. This time I have the 7964 Republic Frigate. The set has 1,015 pieces, and its ages 9 through 14. Now, this is probably one of the most highly anticipated sets of this year, mainly because of the figures here. You get 2 new awesome clones and 2 new awesome Jedi. This is also a cool ship, but it's kind of similar to the old Summer Venator. It's just one of those sets you'll build, there's no features to it, you can't really display it that well, it's not really that amazing. I mean, like, it'll just get dusty. It's kind of like the Venator, where you won't really use it that much. At least I won't. Anyway, this is an awesome set, though. So we'll start with the figures. And by the way, I got this at Toys R Us. So, yeah, all the sets are being released at Toys R Us right now. So we'll start with Heath Koth here. It's not focusing. There we go. Heath Koth is really, really nice. He is actually the leader of the green clone troopers that you get in the new battle pack, the Horn Company troopers. So you can put him in front of your Horn Company troopers if you have multiples of them, or just even if you have one. And he can lead those type of clone troopers because that is his legion or battalion or / company of clone troopers, the Horn Company. His headpiece is really nice, but it's kind of like a rubbery type plastic. Oh, yeah. Come off, headpiece. No, I don't want your head. Okay, sorry about that. The headpiece is kind of like, it's kind of rubbery, and these are rubbery as well, so if the paint on these might wear off. I remember with the Shakti, the blue markings on her started to wear off. The head is really nice, but does not look good without the headpiece. And the torso is just like the old normal Jedi torso, as you can see there. And then he also has back printing. And then he has the new color green lightsaber, as I've shown in the past reviews. So there he is. And then we have Quinlan Vos. Here he is. The camera does not want to focus today. Here's Quinlan Vos. The hairpiece is actually not that bad. Even though it is a girl's hairpiece, it really doesn't look that bad on him. He does have his braid that extends down to his chest, but is just printed on, which is fine. And the torso printing is overall really, really nice. And the back printing as well. Get the hairpiece off, or just that. So it looks really nice. He's like a kind of like a dark tannish color. So yeah, he's not the same color as Heath Koth though. And he does have the little yellow line going across his face there. And yeah, there's Quinlan Vos, and he has the same color lightsaber. There he is. Then we have the best figure ever. Commander Wolffe. And I know you all want this, probably a lot of you want this set because of this figure, or just want this figure in general. This guy is fantastic. You have all the details on him. All the details of the character. And normally LEGO doesn't make clone troopers like this. And I was really excited when I heard the news that they're making him. He just looks great. Luckily, I got a perfectly printed one, and I was really happy about that. As you can see here, he has like little mouthpiece, or little mouth teeth here. The wolf ears here, and then he has the little yellow markings there, red arrow, printing here and here. He just looks awesome. And then the legs are just normal sand blue legs, but since the white is printed on the sand blue, it's kind of like a sand bluish white. So that is kind of a flaw, but what can you expect from LEGO? They can't do any better. And then he does have a headpiece. He does have a head, which is a completely printed, brand new printed head. He has the scar, the cybernetic eye. He does the 5 o'clock shadow, kind of to represent he's a commander. LEGO did that to Captain Rex, I'm sure, as you know, just to kind of represent one of the key commanders in the Clone Wars that everyone knows. And the torso is really nice. You got the blue markings here, sand blue arms, back printing here. He just looks fantastic. I love Commander Wolf, and I can't wait to see him in some of your guys' mocks. He looks great. So there's Wolf. Now for the Wolfpack Trooper. The Wolfpack Trooper is really nice. You got the Wolfpack symbol there, which is very detailed. You got these two markings here and here, and then these two markings here, all printed in sand blue. And then he's pretty much the same. The rest of him is pretty much the same as Wolf. He does have a jetpack, a blaster, and a normal clone head. He's not Clone Trooper Comet, as David said in his review. So, he's just a normal Wolfpack Trooper. I wish they made Comet, but anyway. Here we have Yoda. Yoda is just Yoda. He just has the new lightsaber hilt. We saw him back in the old AAT. That was like my first review, I think, that set. I don't know. But yeah, Yoda, there he is. He's got like a rubbery type head, nice printing. He looks pretty cool. There's Yoda. And sorry that I took so long on the figures, guys, but these are probably the best figures out of all the sets this year, or this summer, sorry. So I really wanted to go into detail with them because they were just fantastic. Alright, and now on to the Frigate. Let's get it a little closer here. The Frigate is great. You have 4 things of landing gear here. You can see there. They're really nice, and they can go back and forth, or they can actually just fold in if you want to, I don't know, play with it, I guess. And then here you have a turret, which is just flick fire missiles, the front turret here. And it does have a handle here, which you can pick up if you want to move the set, or just, again, play with it. The missiles just flick, kind of like, you know, they're just flick fire missiles. So, and they break easily. Okay, just throw those over there. Pick this back up. Unfortunately, this is actually a sticker. LEGO has made this piece before without using stickers, just using printing, and of course they decided to use a sticker for this one. Move the camera down a little bit. And then you got this little detail here, which is pretty nice. The colors on this is really what stands out. Dark red really makes this look awesome. If there was no dark red on this, this would not look that great. And then what's really cool about this is there are some bombs that you can load up inside there. Can't even see them, and they already dropped out, and that ruins it. But basically all you do for this is you just take these bombs. They look just like this, just 2 cylinders and then a cone. And oh no, how dare you! You're dropping out on me. Okay, try that again. No! This is not working. Here. Come here. Ah. Alright, sorry about that. Now they're in. They're loaded up. And basically you see this little black cylinder here. You just pull it. And out come the bombs. And they're pretty cool. Now I'm not sure if there's 3. I did misplace a piece or 2 while I was building this, so I'm not sure if there was 3 bombs or not. But basically you can just do that again, just open this hatch up, push this back in, and then put them back in. You can do the same, do it again. And it's pretty cool. Now the back over here, it's almost like there is a second cockpit. But first, actually, I'm going to go over the front cockpit. As you can see here, pick it up again, and the turret falls off. That's great. Oh boy. Okay, so you open this up, and only the clone troopers and Quinlan Voss can fit in there, I believe. I am not sure about Eathcoff. I could try it. Yeah, let's give it a try. I guess he can fit in there too, but I'm almost positive Yoda cannot. But Eathcoff does fit in there, so does Quinlan and the other clones. For the other clones, he's got to take off his jetpack and take off his wastegate. Fold his rangefinder down, I guess. Because some nice details in the front here, binoculars, like a little telephone piece. And these are stickers here and here and here on all 3 of those glass pieces. And now we're just gonna move this around. Okay, and then you got two turrets here. They are the exact same thing. And they can go up and down, you know, swivel. It's pretty cool. So they're really awesome. Nice turrets. And then we got another turret back here, which is just some flick fire missiles. As you can see, just flick, flick. Throw those over there. And then here we got some detail. And here as well. Just overall, there's a lot of cool looking detail on this. The dark tan pieces are kind of pointless, but they're not bad looking. You got this antenna here, and then this is almost like a secondary cockpit. You open this up, and you can put a clone in there, I guess. We're gonna attempt to put Commander Wolf in there, not guaranteeing that it'll work. I'll take his rangefinder off and all that. Okay, so he actually fits in there, no problem. And there's Wolf inside, and close that up, or not. Here. Oh boy. Okay, here. No. Okay, I guess you can't put him in there, which I thought, of course, that would happen. Let's try Yoda. I bet he'll fit. Watch. Yeah, he kind of fits. Anyway, so yeah, he basically just sits in there and he can just man the turret. And yeah, that's what you can do there. I'm gonna pick it back up. And now for the escape pod. Here, let me pull this. The escape pod right here. You can see this, you can just pull it out and it drops the escape pod. The escape pod is really nice. It actually takes up an entire bag of pieces, which is pretty funny. As you can see, this is all stickers. You know, it's not the greatest. All that's all stickers, all the red. As you can see, you can just pull it up. And then you see there, it's pretty simple. Little design. So basically, to put Commander Wolf in there, you obviously got to take off his waistcape. Kind of do it just like this. And I guess you could put Wolf in there, just like so. Oh, it's breaking on me. Jeez, this set is like against me. You guys noticing this? This is horrible. Ah.
From LEGO Star Wars, Geonosian starfighters are attacking the Jeddah. You can build a Republic frigate, load the crew, and blast off.
Engage hyperdrive. They're in range. Fire! Launch the parts so the Jedi can join the battle below.
Part of the new LEGO Star Wars collection. Each set sold separately.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. This thing was actually, like, trying to eat me. Anyway, you can take the Wolfpack Trooper, take his jetpack off, and simply pop him right in here, or is he going to try to eat me too? No, okay. So basically, you can just put the two clones in there, or you could just put Quinlan Voss, Heathcloth, or Yoda, each one, your choice, and you can put their weapons right there. So, now you can just take this and put it back on. And they are inside. And this is not closing. What's up? There we go. So they're in the escape pod now, and they can just escape if the ship is gonna go emo on them. So now we're gonna try to put this back in, and there we go. You just simply just put it back, and then put this in, put it in the sorry. You just put this back in, and then push this in put it in back in place. I don't know why I cannot talk today. Anyway, now these sides you can, okay, yeah, this thing is completely against me. That was my fault though, I hit the wrong piece. Okay. Sorry about that. Now I'm gonna try to show you the inside here, which will be hard. Oh, the landing gear is failing, jeez. Okay, let's try this. In here, basically, you can just sit the clone troopers. There's not a lot in here. Just kind of like two empty spaces. Nothing in there really at all. And I don't like that you can see the technique. It doesn't look that great. So I guess you could put Yoda in here. Kind of like that. and then have Quinlan Voss sitting inside, just like that. And close it up, and they're inside. Now we're gonna try to pick this back up. Okay. Geez, the landing gear just messed up. There we go. Now, sorry about this. I'm like failing with this review. Now we got this other turret which fell off a while back, which I am going to attempt to put back on. You gotta put it on just right here. I would laugh if this entire set just like collapsed on me. That'd be hilarious. Okay, I think it's back. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Now, what else can I show you? The other side, of course. The other side here, you got some nice yellow translucent pieces, which look very nice. And then you can open this up. Don't touch this piece, because you saw what happens. Then you got a nice little sticker in here, which is basically just a blueprints kind of, or just like a picture of the Republic frigate itself. And then in here you got a nice hologram piece, okay, or the entire thing can just come off. Not to focus. You got a very nice hologram piece, which is actually Emperor Palpatine. I don't understand that, because none of the Jedi knew that he was the Sith. I'm not even sure if the clones knew. They might have. But I don't know what's up with that. But it's certainly good for if you have like a custom Revenge of the Sith Commander Cody. This is definitely the right piece to give him. That would look great. I know I did already, because I have an extra one of those actually. And then you're gonna take Ethkoth and I guess put him in there. And he's gonna try to eat me too, like the other clones tried to. And then put him in there and he could just be another passenger. Now, this is nothing like the actual Republic frigates, which actually, there's actually like hallways and other things in them. This is really almost just kind of like a playset type thing. That's very similar to how the Venator was. It's just kind of like a playset. This is definitely not a set for adults and younger or older teenagers, because if you want this like for features and detail, no. But if you have a younger kid, or if you are a younger kid, then this is definitely the set to get. This is an awesome set for that. And it's great to play with, I guess. Not a lot to say about it. It's really cool, and I would say it's big. The engines are actually really big. Let me show you those real quick. Here they are. They're pretty big. That's what she said, but yeah. And, yeah, that is it for the Republic Frigate, guys. I do apologize for the set trying to eat me throughout this review, but it's the best I could do. There's the Republic Frigate, guys. And, again, I'll give you the info one last time. Ages 9 through 14, set number 7964, Republic Frigate, 1,015 pieces. And this goes for $120 at Toys R Us right now. The next review will be on the Sith Nightspeeder. Alright guys, I will see you later. Alright, bye.